What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. I'm going to briefly discuss growing up hip hop. This is growing up hip hop ATL. First episode starts out with Bow Wow. He still wants to make moves without JD. He claims he's moving with the vibe that he's in, and he's not really interested in hearing what JD has to say about his music. Shania and Bow Wow talk about her new boyfriend, and Shania is JD's daughter. Did y'all notice that Shania is taller than her motherfucking father? I think that's very funny. Anyway, Shania tells Bow Wow that she has a boyfriend that, she hugs and kisses with, and Bow Wow knows about it because he's seen pictures of them on Instagram. But I'm looking like, if you on Instagram, Shania, wouldn't your dad know about you and your new boyfriend? But Shania says that JD has not met her new boyfriend yet, and Bow Wow basically feels like that's a problem. And then Shania mentions how her and her boyfriend, they always know each other's location, where the other person is at. And I felt like that was weird, especially for her to be so young. And she's just like, oh, he'll never cheat on me. And, she's very young and impressionable. So you could just tell that, she's just very naive. You don't know who will cheat on you, So that's pretty much what they talk about. And then Bow Wow tells Shania how he let things of the past affect his relationship with Erica Mena. And then Growing Up Hip Hop shows some kind of blog post that showed that Bow Wow at one time was messing with Johnny Blaze, having an affair with her while he was with Erica. He was engaged to Erica. And he said that other than that, if that situation wouldn't have got out of hand, he would still be with Erica. He never really, I don't know. It's like Growing Up Hip Hop put up the little blog post that, he allegedly had an affair with Johnny Blaze, but he didn't really get off into that, saying that it was her. Growing Up Hip Hop, I noticed, put up that blog post, which was a little bit weird. But, and I guess, I don't know, y'all. Maybe he told them it was Johnny, that he was messing with. I don't even see him and Johnny Blaze fitting each other. Like, she just doesn't seem like somebody that Bow Wow would date or sleep with. And I'm not saying she's not attractive. I just would never, out of the two people, I would never picture him and her together, because Johnny Blaze, to me, seems like she would like older men. Okay, so, anyways, it was interesting that Bow Wow said that situation, almost pretty much ruined his situation with Erica. But it's just like, I thought that you got mad at Erica for talking about the miscarriage on social media. And I feel like that's when y'all fell out. So I'm not really understanding this story. I guess we're going to get into more details about, him and Johnny later. Okay, next we got Brandon. Brandon says he's decided to start his own label. He wants his own artists, and he wants people to respect his opinion as a developer. I do feel like Brandon is pretty good at what he does. And I think he just really doesn't like how he gets treated by Ms Deb. Y'all remember him developing the girl group, and she pretty much took him on and stole him from him, which I felt was wrong. So, yeah, I kind of feel where Brandon is coming from. Ayana, his cousin, asks, has he talked to Ms Deb about it? Brandon says no. Brandon says that he's not sure how it's going to affect him and Ms Deb's working relationship. But he also mentions that he won't have time anymore for Ms Deb's artists. He just wants to have his own. Ayana tells Brandon her breasts are too big and she needs a reduction, and she needs to also put together a photo shoot for her clothing line, Cozy Closet. Then They also show Ayanna talking to her girlfriend about getting the breast reduction, going under the knife, and the girlfriend is not with the shit. She doesn't feel like she should do it. She feels like it's too risky and dangerous. She may not come out of it okay. And she just feels like, well, maybe if you change bras, and I don't think it's that simple to just change bras. If you are in a lot of pain for from your breast, then I do feel like surgery may be the best thing for you to do. Next, we got Reginae and Toya. I'm not really going to spend a lot of time on the Reginae, Toya, and Brandon situation because that pretty much started out the episode. I already talked about it in the Toya and Reginae podcast that I did, so I'm not going to get off into them, but I will say that Reginae tells Toya she needs to move out, and at first Toya is not with it because, she's pregnant, she doesn't really want to be alone, but Reginae says, she's getting older, and it's part of the college experience to move out, so that's pretty much what she wants to do. Toya is hesitant at first, but she agrees. Next, we got Brad tells JD that Bow Wow doesn't want JD to make any changes to the music and doesn't want him to hear the music. And Brad tells JD that he's been acting really funny. She's talking about Bow Wow, and Bow Wow has been acting funny because y'all know he's very jealous that JD has been working with Usher over him. I really do believe he's bothered by that. Now, next they show Bow Wow is at a strip club and he gets a text from JD. And JD is asking when can he hear the music Bow Wow has made. And Bow Wow says he refuses to let him hear it. He's not hearing it now. He's just really being stubborn. Next, they show Johnny Blaze is texting Bow Wow, and she invites Bow Wow to her listening party, and he tells her he can't make it to the listening party because he's busy with the damn strippers popping their ass all on him. He don't tell her he's at the strip club, but y'all know that's what he was doing, so he can't make it. So anyways, Johnny Blaze does her showcase. Y'all remember Johnny Blaze from Love and Hip Hop. She used to mess with Rich and some other people in the industry. She does a good job. Johnny Blaze is a talent. Y'all know she was a former stripper, but at the same time, she's very troubled, and a lot of people in the music industry don't want to work with her. And Ms Deb said, you know what, I have to work with her and be her manager because I really believe in her talent, and so does Brandon. And you can tell that Brandon and Ms Deb, they're really proud of her because they're singing her song with her. But I thought that it was very strange that at the end, Johnny Blaze did not. She thanked Ms Deb, but she didn't thank Brandon, and he's her voice coach. So I thought that was fucked up because if somebody is your voice coach, they are really helping you out, helping you get to the next level. And Brandon, that's exactly why he wants to start his own label, because he feels like when he works with Ms Deb's artists, they only thank and admire her. They don't really appreciate him. Anyways, Johnny at the showcase, I noticed she sings a song called Change. And she's talking about how this man made her feel at the time. And I'm looking like, is she talking about Bow Wow? I thought that was a little interesting. So next we have Shania and her dad, JD. And she wants her dad to hook her up with people in the fashion industry. She feels like JD is dragging his feet when it comes to that. And JD wants her to create a mood board, honey, with her inspiration for fashion. Show me the pieces that you want to be in and show me how, you want it to look. Shania feels insulted by that because Shania sketches. Next, we have this guy named Nate, who is Gucci Mane's brother, and he has a beef with him. He wasn't invited to Gucci's wedding, and I think that Brandon is going to use him for his label, to get him off his feet. Okay, so next Brandon tells Ms Deb he wants to start his own label, and she says that it's going to be a lot of work. Brandon says he'll get to do a lot of the things the way that he wants to do them, and they have Ms Deb saying, well, he's being really cocky right now, and, and that part right there, you guys, it looked kind of weird because it kind of looked like it didn't really fit with what he was saying. You could tell she's not in support of it. But Ms. Deb, do you expect for Brandon to be up under your thumb all the time? You know, and I do get where Ms. Deb is coming from. She feels like, can Brandon really handle this? You know, and Ayana had mentioned earlier in the episode that Brandon does have a short fuse. So, but I think he has a short fuse because he takes what he does seriously and he doesn't want to be taken as a joke. You know, and he's really passionate about what he does. So that was pretty much growing up hip hop, you guys. If I left some things out, they weren't important to me. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl Brand New, and I'm out.